Hello, Ray Phoenix here, and welcome to the third part of this Let's Play of LEGO Star Wars 2. So we're just finishing up the second level where we left off last time, which is technically last decade since it's the start of the new decade. So we're playing as Obi-Wan, we're going to destroy these containers over here, getting some more studs. We're very close to getting a true Jedi in this level. And so you see, you also lose studs too, kind of like in Sonic games where you get hit by something and you lose all your rings, but not worse in this game because it's pretty much a currency in this game. Then you pretty much need to save up, that's how you buy extras and things like that could help you get the game 100% complete later on. Extras are those things you can unlock from collecting red bricks. I haven't found any red bricks yet in this game. They're very hard to get, but if you get them, they unlock extras. Like I said, I haven't found any of this yet. And a killer flaw in this game, too, I forgot to mention in my previous videos, is that in this game you can't exit a level and still keep your studs or keep whatever it is you collected in this game. As they introduced that in the next game, LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga, and pretty much every LEGO game, or most LEGO games at least since then, had that in them, except for LEGO Batman 2, because LEGO Batman 2 was a very stupid game in a lot of ways, especially then the fact that the game freezes a lot. Oh look, just got every mini kit. Yeah, LEGO Batman 2 freezes more times than any other game I've ever had. Even freezes more than, I don't know, there's a lot of games that I have that are notorious for crashing. I also remember I had a lot of trouble trying to run Ratchet and Clank Going Commando on PS2, but that was like over a decade ago. That's ancient history. But still, I mean, you expect better from the Wii. You wouldn't expect a Wii game to crash a lot, right? Because I had LEGO Batman 2 on the Wii. Maybe I should have got the PS3 version instead. I don't know. Then again, Sony's a bunch of cheapskates that like to rip people off. So there's a lot of money on the roof of Obi-Wan's house. You can see over there. We're trying to go and collect. Oh look, there's stormtroopers there. I guess the stormtroopers must have found Obi-Wan finally. Because the stormtroopers there, we're going to see a lot of stormtroopers. So technically sand troopers, but Imperial stormtroopers pretty much. We're going to see a lot of them in this area because they're looking for those plans. They're looking for that DVD that Princess Leia put into that R2 droid. And we're going to see the contents of the R2 droid in just a moment in this level. And so now you have to pretty much mow the sand. I didn't think you could mow sand, but apparently you could. So we're doing that right now. We're mowing around here. We're getting a lot of studs. Studs galore. A chick's dream come true. So we have to get the remains there. No, those things that use the Force on over there. Oh, look at that. We got True Jedi now. There. Perfect. Excellent. We got it. Let's see what this does out of curiosity. You see it's an R2-D2 can use that moisture evaporator over there. See here where Obi-Wan's hanging his laundry, as you can see. See, I don't have dryers on Tatooine, so I have to hang it up there to dry. Okay, I don't know what that did. Oh, look what it did. See, it made those plants grow. We could use a Force on and get more studs out of them. We already got a True Jedi, but still good to get some extra studs. So now we have to all stand on. See, this is what I mean by this game requires at least 2 people to be played, 2 different characters, even if they're computer characters. Computer players, we still need them to stand on those things. This game's very much dependent on teamwork. Oh, look, here's a cutscene. Now we're going to find the contents of that R2 droid. He's going to show the contents of the DVD. Maybe Princess Leia begging for help. She's on her knees asking for old Obi-Wan to help her, and the Rebel Alliance destroyed that evil empire we've been seeing. So Obi-Wan's going to his thing of collectibles. You see he's pulling out stuff. He has a cup in there. He has a walkie-talkie. He has a gun. But oh look, he has a lightsaber. It's Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. Anakin Skywalker was the father of Luke Skywalker, and now Obi-Wan gave the lightsaber to Luke, and he said, "Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough," but Luke gets careless and cuts C-3PO's head off. Clearly Luke Skywalker is not responsible enough to use a lightsaber, so we're not going to see him use one for the rest of this story. So anyway, we got some more characters. You see, here's Luke Skywalker Tatooine. There's Ben Kenobi, or as I like to call him, Augie Ben Doggy, which is a reference to Hardware Wars. There actually is a character creator in this game where you can make your own characters. I should make Augie Ben Doggy in this game. That'd be pretty funny. And so we're going to, of course, continue the story. So now we're going into the city, the Mos Eisley city. The spaceport, the Mos Eisley spaceport. We can find space transport, because right now Luke and Obi-Wan need to get those plans to the planet Alderaan, so they need someone that could take them to Alderaan. So that's where we're going to now. We're going to the main city. We're going to encounter more scum and villainy. We're going to encounter more Imperial troops, and things that are possibly worse than Imperial troops. Civilians with guns. This is why they should have gun control on Tatooine. And look at that, they have security checkpoints there too, where they just talk like, Obi-Wan's gonna have to use the Force to get us past that thing. But yeah, civilians are allowed to carry guns in this game, which I think is a dumb idea. They really should put gun control laws at Tatooine, because, that's gonna cause us a lot of trouble in this game. So I hope you have a gun ready to fight, and you have a lightsaber ready to fight. A lightsaber is a much better weapon to use sometimes. So, those shiny metal objects that can be destroyed by thermal detonators. Only bounty hunter characters carry those. We don't have any of those yet, any bounty hunter characters yet, so we still gotta wait for that. But for now, we could just destroy some more stuff, collect some more stuff. There's a lot of studs in this level. Spoiler alert, we're not going to get a true Jedi in this level, I don't think. I don't think I ever have gotten true Jedi story playing it the first time around. You kind of need to get extras, like ×2, like score ×2, or things like that to get through this. So, don't count on that. I'll still try to get as much studs as possible. Don't show you where studs are. Because you know, there's money, you know, you want to save up. However, this game is not like some of those, like Spyro 2 or Spyro 3, where you have to pay money bags, a lot of gems, just so you can progress to something in the level, you know, this game doesn't do that, which is kind of good. It's really just extra stuff. So, like, civilians have guns, you can see there, and they use them against us. So just be careful of that. Then again, a lot of American cities are becoming like this too. Maybe this game predicted the future. Maybe they thought gun violence would become a serious problem in the future. I don't know. I mean, this is some kind of prediction in the future where it's perfectly normal people carry guns. I mean, I remember one reality that I heard of somewhere. The mayor of some city is allowed to carry a gun on him at all times. Why? Because they allow people to carry guns in that city, and then you need someone to protect them. Eventually, can become a thing. Even babies will have to be trained to use guns. Heck, even Terry Garrett, that blind gamer that beat Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, even he uses guns now, which I think is kind of, I don't really like him that much for using guns. I mean, I do respect him. I do, by all means, respect him, because I don't think he should be playing with guns. Even my mom doesn't like him playing with guns. A lot of people don't seem to approve of him playing with guns. So, yeah, that's it. And also today, I was going to say, today on this day 4 years ago, Terry Garrett beat Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Way to go, Terry Garrett. And 4 years later, after a long hiatus, he's back on YouTube making videos of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I'm very proud of Terry Garrett for all this. I recommend you watch his videos. It's because he's, you know, really is that great at gaming. He's a much better gamer than I will ever be, or a much better gamer than a lot of other people will be. Surely he's a much better gamer than what Tammy Newborn's ever going to be. Tammy Newborn's my arch rival, and he doesn't play games at all. He just spends all his days on the internet ranting about 4Kids and sending death threats to people about 4Kids. I don't even think he has a life. He probably just sits in his parents' basement in his tidy whities all day, just leaving comments to people that like 4Kids and telling people that like 4Kids to, you know, go to heck or something like that. That's all he ever seems to do. Actually, he says a lot of worse stuff, a lot of even more stuff. But I don't really care. A lot of people don't care about Tammy Newborn anymore, but I still do. I still want to make Tammy Newborn a famous man. I'm kind of like what they want to do with Joseph Kony back in 2012. That's what I want to do for Tammy Newborn. Tammy Newborn 2020. That's what I'm going to call it. Tammy Newborn 2020. Make Tammy Newborn a famous person. This might even be the official start of my war against Tammy Newborn if he was still doing much stuff. Kind of like George W. Bush's war on terrorism. It's Ray Phoenix's war on Tammy Newborn. You know, we really should go to war with Tammy Newborn someday. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Tammy Newborn lose and finally admit that he's wrong, where he has to go into prison, where he better not drop the soap. I actually told that joke to some friends of mine. A lot of them said, you know, they didn't get it. I even left that joke in that episode of My Life as a Teenage Robot where what's her name, Jenny Wakeman has to to fight this villain named Hercules, and then she ends up beating the villain, and he ends up getting thrown in prison. It's kind of a spoiler. I'm sorry if I spoiled that for you, but you kind of figured that would happen. It's a very predictable show. But anyways, then I left a comment on that video on YouTube saying, "Ooh, Hercules is going to prison. I hope he doesn't drop the soap in there." There's a lot of people that belong in prison, think should go to prison. I know. I'm not going to say anyone specifically, but yeah. Some people think Mr. Bean belongs in prison for some of the illegal stuff Mr. Bean did. Mr. Bean headbutted the Queen once. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. He also did, what else did he do that was illegal? He also picks on a Reliant Regal a lot on the street. He had that blue three-wheeled car that Mr. Bean crashes into all the time in the show. For those of you that watch Mr. Bean, yeah, I'm a big fan of Mr. Bean. I've been a fan of Mr. Bean for like almost 13 years now. So yeah, I have every live action episode of his on DVD. I have both of his movies on DVD. I have a lot of the cartoon shows on DVD. They actually brought back his cartoon show in recent years, but they only release DVDs of it in Europe and Australia, so it's important. So if you live in America, the only way you can really watch it is on YouTube. But that's okay. I mean, everyone watches YouTube these days, right? I mean, come on, who doesn't? Or if something else, like Daily Motion or something. I think more people should watch archive.org too. Archive.org is an underrated website. There's all sorts of great movies and shows and things like that. And I uploaded a lot of stuff to archive.org. As I said before, I recommend you guys check me up on archive.org. I'll probably be uploading this video to archive.org eventually too, so be sure for that, everyone. So we're going to continue playing as Obi-Wan since he's the best character we have. We're going to be building an AT-ST walker, some really cool robot mech thing that stormtroopers can control and anyone else can control too. It's pretty big in the Star Wars movies. We actually first saw it in Empire Strikes Back briefly, but we mostly saw it in Return of the Jedi when they used those things on Endor. We'll be seeing that later when we end up on the Endor. We will be going to Endor in this game, as you probably know. We're going to take down the shield, but that's not until the third movie, the third story, the Return of the Jedi. So yeah, wait till then. Fun fact, Return of the Jedi was originally going to get called Revenge of the Jedi. Mr. Plinkett said that they changed it because Revenge had too many letters, and George Lucas didn't have the money then to print Revenge of the Jedi in merchandise, so Return sounded nicer. But by the time Revenge of the Sith came out, he had the money to put those few extra letters on. I highly doubt that's really the case. Then again, I mean, the Powerpuff Girls were originally going to get called the Whoop-Ass Girls at one point. No joke, the Powerpuff Girls were originally called the Whoop-Ass Girls. It originally was going to be like some sort of adult-oriented show, but that's a good thing they changed. I'm glad they made Powerpuff Girls be a kid's show. I think Powerpuff Girls is best as a kid's show. So over here, we have to take this turret thing, we have to shoot down all those little womp rat things that are running around. We actually get a mini kit for doing this. Whoop-de-doo. And you build them too, you get studs for building these things too. So you build the things, you get some studs to build your... Look, I have 50,000 studs and we still don't really have... We're still nowhere near true Jedi, man. You have to be really rich to get true Jedi in this. That's why they invented multipliers like score times 2, score times 4. Until they have it. So we will be probably needing if we want to get a true Jedi at this, especially in the story mode. So there we go, we got ourselves another mini kit. And now with this big robot mech thing we have, we could destroy this thing and get a lot of studs. This is a score times 2, so you see double scores. Then you see these occasionally in games, double scores, and when the studs you get are worth twice as much as they're supposed to be. And there actually are. I don't think there's any stud detectors in this game, but there are mini kit detectors. I'm not sure if there are any red brick detectors in this game though. I know the later games. I'm pretty sure the Lego Indiana Jones game had something like that in it. And there was also Lego Batman, the video game. I actually have the Lego Indiana Jones video game and Lego Batman video game on PS2. I like to make videos of those eventually. I might do an LP of those someday. But for now, I'm just focusing on this right now. There's still quite a lot we have left to cover of this game. So you see we're just trekking through the game. We don't need to see all this, so we just cut ahead. Ooh. Another barricade there. We gotta shoot down. We could shoot down those antennae on the walls over there. We could destroy more stuff. Ooh. I wonder what TV is like in Star Wars. Do people in Star Wars watch like TV as we know it? Do people have like antenna or cable or satellite? I don't know. I was never really a fan of live TV, to be honest. I actually like watching shows on the internet or on DVD. Watch them whenever you want to watch them. That's how I always liked it. I was never too big on actual watching stuff when it's being aired on TV and get interrupted by commercials and things like that. I was never too big on that. I'm glad TV is what it is today. I'm glad TV's becoming a thing of the past, a dying breed, a dying, whatever. Like, I know some people don't even have TVs anymore. They just rely on their computer for everything, for TV shows and movies. They have like Netflix, things like that. I'm not even the biggest fan of Netflix because it's their library is very limited and only certain things are only available at certain times. I actually rather prefer Disney Plus if Disney Plus stayed true to their word. Because as I said before, I actually am interested in watching that Mandalorian show. And I heard that Star Wars, the Clone Wars on there too. I like the Clone Wars. I actually have my own version of Star Wars, the Clone Wars once. It was called Star Wars, the Cologne Wars. Get it? The Cologne Wars. Like cologne, like perfume. I remember I was on an airplane once and someone sprayed cologne in front of me. Yeah, I don't think people should be allowed to do that on airplanes. What if someone had asthma or something like that? So we made it to the Mos Eisley Cantina. We see people are drinking their drinks and going about their business. Obi-Wan's getting himself acquainted with a Wookiee over there. Han shoots at first at Greedo, and then Greedo's gonna be dead. The bounty hunter Greedo as we see, just got killed. And now Luke knocks something over. He actually did something in this game. In the movie, he didn't do anything at all. The guy just said, "I don't like you. I don't like you either." We have a death toll in several systems or something like that. And Obi-Wan killed that guy with his lightsaber, and then People are staring like, ooh, it's a Jedi, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. So now we're gonna crack a deal with this smuggler named Han Solo, saying that we need a ship, and Han Solo's like, yeah, sure, kid, go ahead, take my ship. It'll be down that way. Oh, thank you, Mr. Han Solo. And that's the end of this part. This is Ray Phoenix, signing out.